From the Diary of Fred, written 1998. At any rate, we decided that we needed a child in our lives and determined to adopt one, or at least try. We had lived together for 5 years and decided to marry legally to aid the adoption process. One day, summer 1979, we were both sitting in the post office. A young couple entered, looking for a place to camp. They explained that they were from Holland and were hitchhiking around the country as an adventure. Frank spoke good English, having been raised part of his life in Australia. However, Anneke, tall and attractive blonde woman, typically Dutch-looking, spoke very little English. We soon became good friends. They continued their travels and eventually, after a brief return to visit us, returned to Holland. We continued to keep in touch by mail.
Oh great, they really had a nice accent. They were like from Texas, so the real Texas, real warm accent. I think not everyone in America would agree with me. Invited us in for food and drinks and told us about the area. Before you go camping, Fred took us out to see the falls. This is what you can do here. And, anyway, we got along. I think Fred was just out of work at that moment, or he didn't have much to do. We hang out with them. Patricia was working in only a couple of hours a day. We go out smoke pot and drink cocktails. Yeah, I remember we always made the margaritas. We also went to Mount Hood, drank margaritas there, and everywhere we went. There was still some money left. We could have gone back home, but okay, we wanted to finish the money off. I remember Fred and Pat being amazed from how did you get so much money to do that trip, We had our traveller checks, and that was worth up to about maybe 2,000 or so. That was just the money to spend. As I said, we tried to do some work. It was more or less because we were more or less bored of traveling, with something to do. And my plan was Mexico. That was it, a kind of an original plan after we had enough of America. So I remember Fred saying, "Don't go to Mexico." Went back to Big Sur because Anneke wanted to see that again. It was the plan Australia. So we bought tickets in San Francisco. And in Australia we stayed another month, I think. By train to Adelaide. Took 3 days. And a really nice train because it goes very slowly through the day. I wanted to get the Australian pasties, but that's from the old days, Steve. But it wasn't like I really liked it. No, it was not like I remembered it anyway. We went to my uncle and my aunt, so the sister of my mother. They were really happy to see us. My uncle took us down to see my other uncle, the brother of my father. They lived down south. She liked the fact that she was able to talk Dutch again, talk Dutch to my aunties. For her it was making her more homesick all the time. And especially after talking to my auntie in the south, Tante Nellie, was talking about where she was born, and turns out she came from the same place Anneke came from, and she was eigenlijk familie from her mother. Ken je die? And my aunties, almost in tears, but, somebody from the old days, and, So Anneke got homesick after that and wanted to go back. We went to visit them. We went back. We told them we were coming back. So they were very happy to see us. We were welcome to stay more, and they They would even sort out a house for us somewhere. It was me trying to find work maybe so I could stay longer. And well, our visum was still good but only for a month or so. Anneke being homesick and everything, and we were kind of tired, so we went back to Holland after that. Remember going with tears in our eyes, right, to Pat and Fred, we had a really warm, nice friendship. So we promised we'd write when we got back to Holland and everything. We took the bus, the Grey Rabbit, and that was kind of a hippie bus, crossed all the way across to New York, in one go. Anneke's mother and father came to get us from the airport. And instead of going right back home, Opa thought, well, now that you've been traveling so much, let's travel around Holland a bit. So we took all the Binnen Road, we took the pond. Just wanted to go home, Like, we've seen enough of the world, Opa. No, and here's the koeien. Yeah, we had jet lag. It's a different world, It was really strange. You couldn't really get used to it in the beginning. Still euphoric, and well, yeah, it's like it was over. It's like when the film has stopped or so. In the end, it was all kind of a dream, Well, we got married in December. We stayed at Helene. Yeah.
Dus hun woonden bij ons en als Theo en ik dan weg wilden, dan deden we hun oppassen. Dat was eigenlijk ook heel logisch of zo. Hun betaalden volgens mij ook niks, maar deden ze wel oppassen.
Voor dus Roel dan alleen?
Ook Roel oppassen, ja. Dus dat was eigenlijk vooral 's avonds of zo, als Theo en ik dan, waar wij naartoe gingen, weet ik echt niet meer.
Double, but yeah. We found it very difficult to start a life here. What am I going to do? Work or whatever? Well, yeah, it was like this. No, well, you've had your fun now. Now time to get serious. Act normal, and there was no way we could talk about the trip anymore because we were all done, and I don't think any. We didn't kind of get the message across, but what we felt and what we experienced. It was just our story, this history. And of course, we learned to smoke pot because of the trip,
I want the camera to know that the Americans did it.
They spoiled us all,
Dan kwamen wij thuis en dan stonk het naar wiet. En deed hij dus niet wel weg. Nee. Maar ik denk wel dat ze met mij niet over drugs, niet veel meer. Ik weet wel, ze heeft me wel ooit verteld dat ze in Amerika LSD had geprobeerd en dat ze er ziek van was geworden. Dat heeft ze me niet verteld. En dat is op dat, dus nooit meer zo. Sommige stukjes herinner ik ook wel van wat Frank verteld. Maar ja, ik herinner me die niet allemaal letterlijk of zo. Ja, eigenlijk doe je er nooit meer een vakantieverhaal of iemand anders. En bij Frank zegt van dat ze daar niet meer over konden praten, dat geloof ik op zich wel. Dat je op een gegeven moment wel beu bent, die vakantieverhaal. Dus ik kan me wel voorstellen dat dat bij ons ook het geval was. Dat we zijn dan niet in Amerika.
Was dat bijzonder dat zij op die leeftijd, in die tijd
ja, dat
ook,
was wel bijzonder.
Zo lang weggingen?
Ja, dat was wel bijzonder. Maar dat was ook wel heel erg hippie.
Hippie, ja?
Ja, zo'n beetje hippie.
Anneke en Frank echt wel hippies?
Ja, ik denk vooral Frank en de andere daar niet. Dat denk ik wel. Ja. Maar hun werkt ook allebei niet. Hè? Dat was ook wel bijzonder.
Hoe kwamen zij geld dan?
Ja, volgens mij kregen we allebei een keer. Volgens mij hadden ze het best wel goed.
ze woonde bij jullie, dus een periode toen ze terugkwamen. Nadat ze uit Amerika terugkwamen was dat toch?
Ja, toen zijn ze bij ons komen wonen. Een paar maanden later. Zo. En toen gingen ze trouwen. En toen woonden ze ook bij ons en een paar weken later kregen ze een huis.
But it didn't take us long to get the house. Oh yeah, that's why we got married. We did try, you know, and I got a job, and Anneke got pregnant. After that, it wasn't very easy. It was, yeah.
Anneke die kwam vertellen dat ze zwanger, hoogzwanger, dat ze naar Gaaseland gingen. Zijn ze aan Willem komen zeggen. Willem was de oudste, dus dat zijn ze echt officieel komen zeggen. Van wij doen dat niet, wij gaan niet naar de instituties, wij willen dat zelf oplossen en wij willen dat zo doen. En wij maakten ons daar wel zorgen over, maar we respecteerden dat ook. Konden we ook wel ons enigszins voorstellen dat je dat wilde. Maar we hadden onze zorgen daar wel over, dus we wisten dat. Ja, en toen ze terugkwamen, wat ik me herinner, dat is dat...
Weet je hoe lang ze in Gaaseland zijn geweest?
Ja, dat weet ik niet. Dat kan maanden zijn geweest, maar dat kan ook maar 6 weken zijn geweest.
Okay.
Ja. Ja. En achteraf weet ik dan dat er ook een dokter bij is geweest, bij de bevalling, omdat het te zwaar was gegaan.
We are staying in a bungalow. There are a lot of trees and birds outside. It's so quiet here. No TV, no radio, and even no cars. We can only hear the wind and rain. Our dog went with us. He died. We had to put him down. We went downtown to call you, but didn't reach you. But we got your mail. Thank you. Anyway, we can't do much because my back hurts when I'm walking. You told me you wanted to come over here. Maybe it's better when the baby is born. We will let you know. Greetings from Anneke and Frank.
Dance away.